I really just go off into this like imaginative mode of me thinking, okay, what I'm building someday could change the world. So I come from a small town called Ville Platte, Louisiana. A lot of my inspiration comes from my grandfather. I spent a lot of my childhood watching my grandfather build trucks and work on vehicles that at one time I thought were impossible to fix. Growing up as a kid, I always felt outcasted. So I needed an outlet. I needed a way to really express myself in ways that I felt people would actually gravitate to. A lot of the things I build, you know, it just really stems from what I've seen, what I've experienced as a kid, the comics and the movies that my father and I used to spend hours upon hours watching, the video games we used to play all the time. A lot of it comes from that. One of my most recent creations is my Wolverine claws. So far I've only built one and I'm gonna build a second one. I knew what I wanted to create. I knew that I wanted it to retract, come up and down like Wolverine himself, but I really didn't know how I was gonna create it. So for the longest, I spent a lot of time researching, you know, like cabinet drawers, things that can retract and come up and down. And then I would try to figure out a way to add claws onto that. But once I realized that it would be too heavy and it wouldn't really fully fit around my arm, I had to take a moment to stop and really think about what I used in the past. For like a month or so, I was just, you know, putting bolts and nuts and, you know, just all these gizmos together to figure out how could I make it, until I stopped and really thought about it. The solution is in my face: pneumatic cylinders. I source a lot of the parts for my creations from vendors like Amazon. Every now and then I'll go into hardware stores like Home Depot, Lowe's. Sometimes I also go on campus and I try to find resources there as well. And you know, it works in my favor, especially with tools. Ever since I started, I've, you know, of course, and I'm very grateful for this, a lot of my audience, they've been very supportive and responsive as well to what I do. In fact, they go so far as to even ask questions as to how I do it. And that I like, because it shows that they have interest in it.